The following movie was released in the year 2000. It is a romantic drama starring Wesley Snipes and Sanaa Lathan. It is based on a 1989 New York Times best-selling novel written by Terry McMillan called Disappearing Acts. The movie is also called Disappearing Acts. A young woman of about 25 is moving to Brooklyn, New York. She can't move into her new apartment yet because the wooden floor is still wet. The moving van guys can't wait, so they leave her belongings on the sidewalk. She asks the 40-or-so-year-old carpenter fixing the floor to help her move her property into her apartment. He reluctantly agrees after saying he does not work for free. They introduce themselves to each other. The carpenter is Franklin Swift, and the woman is Zora Banks. Franklin offers to set up her electronics, bookshelf, and other stuff. They agree to do it tomorrow at 6 p.m. In the morning he goes to work and is told by the owner that he can't work for a couple of days because his in-law is taking his place. At the same time, Zora is in class teaching music. Franklin goes to the bar and meets his friend Jimmy. They drink while engaging in locker room talk. Jimmy asks Franklin for some money. Zora waits for Franklin to come and set up the gadgets as agreed the previous day, but Franklin does not show up. She goes to buy food for dinner. When she gets out of the store, Franklin is outside. He says he did not know how to contact her. He offers to do it immediately. They get home and Franklin gets to it. Zora reveals she wants to be a singer and is buying a piano on layaway. Franklin says he wants to start a construction business renovating brownstones. Zora receives a call from her dad and asks Franklin to leave. Franklin does not think it's fair. The next day Zora meets her girlfriends, Portia and Claudette. As she gets home she sees Franklin waiting for him by her doorstep. She asks what if she had come with someone, and he said he would act like he was waiting to see somebody else. He asks to come in and she agrees. As she is taking beer out of the fridge he grabs her from behind and they make love. While cuddling they discuss their lives, ambitions, and fears. Franklin says he is just a simple guy without a big bank account. Zora says she can't hug and kiss a fat bank account. Franklin and Zora paint Brooklyn red. When not working, they are always together, as is typical of all new romances. They are a match made in heaven. Seemingly perfect for each other. Each other's rock. Franklin meets Jimmy again at the same bar. Jimmy asks him to confirm if it's true he has a new girlfriend. Franklin beams with delight, explaining that she is the one. Jimmy gives him $400 for the debt he got from him plus a little something extra. Franklin goes to Zora's brownstone. He has a surprise for her. Zora is ecstatic. Franklin finished paying for her piano and sings for him. In the morning Zora goes to meet the music producer recommended by her friend Portia, Reggie. He immediately asks her to audition. Reggie offers a contract of 6 demo songs for $2,000. She protests. Reggie listens to her audition again and is impressed and charges her $500 up front to pay the rest later. She can't wait to tell Franklin about it. Franklin seems out of sorts until Zora asks him what is wrong. He reveals he did not finish high school and did not get a GED. He also reveals he has 2 sons 12 and 10 years old and he is not yet divorced from their mom. Zora is not happy. They fight and he bolts out. Zora has sleepless nights. The next morning she goes to his workplace and says she understands. She gives him the keys to move in. Franklin introduces his kids to Zora. Franklin goes to work and is laid off again because the boss's brother-in-law is around. He is upset and tells Vinny to delete his number. Zora and Franklin go to have dinner at Claudette's home. He feels like an outcast. Claudette's partner asks Franklin which wine he prefers. Before he answers, Zora suggests white wine. Franklin has an attitude throughout dinner. They argue going home. Zora apologizes and Franklin tells her he quit the job. Zora says it's okay, she will cover the bills for a while. At the studio, recording sessions are going well. Reggie tells her he is planning to sneak her into Sony to record with better equipment. Zora and Franklin visit his parents. They indirectly reveal he has been a disappointment, but Zora defends him. At work Zora is ill. She meets her girls to tell them she is pregnant. Franklin comes home and wants sex, but she says she has a yeast infection. He takes the trash out and comes back 4 hours later very drunk. He lets her know he knows her cycle better than her and pleads with her not to abort. Franklin goes to look for work and finds it. Reggie is upset she is pregnant. Zora goes home and is surprised by an ecstatic Franklin. He tells her about the new job. Franklin has a little trouble at work and is advised to just work hard to get himself selected for the next jobs. They argue over spending quality time together. Franklin wants to go out to dinner but she has plans with the girls and needs to finish recording a song. Franklin meets an ex. She convinces him to hook up with her but he declines her at the last minute. Meanwhile, Zora is recording a Make It or Break It song to keep Reggie interested. At work, Franklin falls from a ladder because he is drunk and is fired. It's Zora's birthday. Franklin takes her to a Shaka Khan concert. They buy tickets on the black market but Franklin can't afford 7th row tickets which Zora buys with her own money. Franklin doesn't like it. Zora gives birth to a baby boy. Her dad gives Franklin advice. Zora gets overwhelmed with motherhood and Franklin goes job hunting. They have a fight over bills and responsibilities. Reggie cancels the contract because of slow progress and refuses to give her the tracks until she pays him. She gets home and has a big fight with Franklin. They have breakup sex. Zora and the baby leave for the night to sleep at one of her friends' places. She tells him to vacate while she is away. He trashes the place. Franklin commences studying in his new apartment for his GED. Zora moves on with her life and her song is released. She tries dating but it does not work out. Franklin visits Zora after many months. He tells her he passed his GED and is taking his contractor's license and also the divorce is finalized. Zora reveals she is now a songwriter. As Franklin leaves, she follows him. They become a family again.